education system brought the idea of CCE and CGPA. They removed the boards, introduced internal grading, but it all flopped. But it's all working like magic for IB and Cambridge boards. Why is that?
From 2009 to 2017, CBSE, or the Indian education, came up with this idea where CCE stands for Continuous and Comprehensive Evaluation, and CGPA stands for Cumulative Grade Point Average. However, this idea did not work. The idea was that there would be no board exams. There would be internal assessments by the teacher, by the school where the child is enrolled in, and there would be no marks, only grading. The idea was to reduce the stress. And in 2017, CBSE had to resort back to the uniform marking system. That means board exams once again became mandatory.
But why is that? It all sounds like a dream model.
So the reason it failed is the teacher training. CBSE couldn't provide enough sufficient teacher training with its 20,000 plus CBSE schools. It just couldn't manage the infrastructure and all of that.
No teacher training? I mean, the teachers are good at their job.
See, when we talk about teacher training, it's not just about teaching. It's also about being able to design your assessments, to assess your students, and also the teacher's ability to submit evidence-based and beyond challenged results. And that is something the teachers in the Indian education system couldn't do. And what began happening under CCE in all this formative and summative and cumulative assessments, that the average students became the toppers in many schools. And also there was no calibration or, let's say, standardization of the teacher training. So there were variations in the examination quality. So in a way, CBSE began losing its trust globally. Its marks were not being trusted. The universities couldn't depend on the credentials given by CBSE. And even the parents began asking that they wanted marks which were more measurable, tangible results. They could see where the child was really standing and the areas they needed to work on.
It all makes sense, but then why is this system working for IB and Cambridge?
Because see, in CBSE as of now, the teacher training is mandatory for 50 hours in a year. And that is online or offline. Teachers can simply enroll and get a certificate. It's all about filling up your hours. It's more like you get a driving license, not really showing that you know how to drive a car, but by simply attending the driver's class. However, in IB and Cambridge, the training is more rigorous. And apart from that, of course, these international boards have external moderation and they have the system of checks and balancing. So their result is more trustworthy.
You're saying that CCE and CGPA weren't the bad ideas?
No, they were not. They were in fact visionary ideas. They were ahead of time, but somehow the teacher training missed the point. Even today, we need to make our teacher trainings more specific. For more education and parenting insights, do follow us. All the best.
All the best.